Streaming now, this is the Wood TV Live Desk.
And good afternoon, everyone. Phil Penarski here with the News 8 Live Desk. Hope you're all having a great day so far. This Saturday, you're going to want to head on down to the Grand River for an awesome event. And when I say head on down, I mean more specifically return to the river. The third annual Return to the River Festival is taking place this weekend at 555 Monroe, Canal Park, and also 6th Street Park. And to talk all about this awesome event, we are now being joined by Communications Director for Downtown Grand Rapids Incorporated, Bill Kirk. Bill, thank you so much for being here today. We really do appreciate you stopping by, and it's great to see you again.
Yeah, no, thanks so much for having me, and nice work on that segue. That was pro.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Worked really hard on that one. But Bill, kind of starting off, this is the third annual Return to the River Festival. Talk to us about how excited, first things first, how excited you are to be bringing this back for another year.
Yeah, this is great. The first 2 years were really wonderful. Our first year, we just did one day. We just had the festival on Saturday, and it was such a success. We had such a good response from the community that we expanded to 2 days last year. So we're sticking with the Saturday, Sunday format this year as well. And yeah, we're really, really excited to welcome everybody down to the Grand River, to the Riverwalk. There in Monroe North. We've got the beautiful parks there, and we really do have a weekend of just jam-packed art, music, activities, food. Should be a ton of fun.
And the name of the festival, obviously, Return to the River. Can you talk about why it's named that? More specifically, sort of the idea behind creating an event like this, putting all this fun festivities on the Grand River in all these parks and really opening up for everybody.
Yeah, definitely. So back when we were trying to figure out a name for the festival, obviously there are a lot of Grand Rapidians and visitors and, generally everybody that knows how great of a resource we have in the Grand River. But as we look at revitalization efforts, both for Grand Rapids Whitewater in the river, and then a lot of the work we're doing with partners up and down the Riverwalk to really fully connect that series of parks and trails, we just thought it would be a nice way to remind people to get back down to the Grand River. Historically, the Grand River has kind of been the engine of Grand Rapids. So that was a little bit of the philosophy behind the name and the inspiration behind the name. But for us to organize something like this, we really just want to, again, highlight the beautiful spaces we already have, get people thinking about the future a little bit, and just get people down to the river and give the community something to do for free on a beautiful weekend in August.
I will say it is probably perfect timing. We had stories yesterday about some of the revitalization efforts for the rapids, the Whitewater Rapids in the Grand River. So really just an awesome time for everybody to kind of gather right around there. And we're looking at some photos right now of last year's event, Bill, on screen right now. And it just looks like a ton of fun. And for people that maybe weren't able to go last year or the year before, and this is something that they're interested in heading on out to this Saturday and Sunday, can you talk a little bit about some of the things that you guys do have planned that they're going to be able to see and check out?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. So the footprint of the festival, it's a pretty big one. So it goes all the way from 555 Monroe, which is where the skate park is there on Monroe Avenue, all the way up to Canal Street Park, up to Linear Restaurant. Also crosses the 6th Street Bridge. We're adding an educational speaker series on the west end of the 6th Street Bridge this year. So for anybody that's not familiar, it's going to be that whole footprint along the Riverwalk there. And then what you can expect, we have 3 different areas to check out music. We've got a live DJ stage at 555 Monroe that will be playing electronic music, Latin house, hip hop. And then we've got a live band stage at 6th Street Park, a variety of different acts there. Some really, really talented musicians headlining on Saturday night. We have the Hacky Turtles, and headlining on Sunday night, we have Lipstick Jody, and then a bunch of other incredible bands before that. Up at Linear Restaurant, just outside, we have what we're calling the Linear Lounge this year, which will be more DJ music. On Saturday, it'll be Midwest Tropics and Friends. And then on Sunday, it will be GR Soul Club doing a vinyl set. And then in between all of that music, we have some huge art installations that are just getting finished up today throughout the festival footprint. We've got some local artists doing live murals, live painting. We've got activities for everybody, some kid-focused stuff with free cotton candy and face painting, and we're bringing back body marbling, which is essentially like a temporary sleeve tattoo, which is really cool. We've got an artisan market on the 6th Street Bridge, which is going to have over 25 vendors and artists. So honestly, it's going to be incredibly jam-packed from a festival standpoint. But if you've never been, it's free. Just come on down, and it's a great way to wander up and down the Riverwalk and get hit with music, art, and everything in between while you're there.
Yeah, I was driving into work today and actually drove past the parks and saw some of the art installations already up. So definitely very excited for that part. But one other aspect to this that I know you guys are planning on doing are a couple of walking tours along the Grand River and kind of just explaining it a little bit more about the importance of it, what's going on with the Grand River, those revitalization efforts like you mentioned. Why did you also want to include that as far as an event that people can also experience when they do show up to the festival? Maybe they're not necessarily going there to learn about the Grand River, but now they have this additional opportunity to do that.
Yeah, it's exactly like you said. It's an additional opportunity to learn a little bit about the Grand River and our community. We work with GR Running Tours and a woman named Caroline Cook. She's a great partner for our organization. She helps us with a lot of tours throughout the year. And so for Return to the River, we wanted to have tour options available for people to do just that, walk up and down the river, learn a little bit about the history of the Grand River, what's coming for the Grand River in the future. So it's a great way to put in an educational component into a really celebratory festival. So those are 1 to 3 or 1 o'clock and 3 p.m. on both days. They last about an hour, and they'll meet at 555 Monroe at 1 o'clock and 3 p.m. Both days to check those out. So it's just another added component. One of the things we try to do with any of our events is really have something for everyone to enjoy. So that's another piece that we think can be an added bonus for attendees.
Absolutely. All right, Bill. Well, again, we really do appreciate you stopping by. But before we let you go, I got to ask you, as somebody who helped set this whole thing up, you're the perfect person to ask. I want you to make your final pitch out to people. For those that are maybe on the fence, maybe don't know if this is something they want to check out to, what would you tell them to make sure that they are here on Saturday or Sunday and really just enjoy the Return to the River Festival?
Well, yeah, I would say one, it's a great way to kind of round out summer with a beautiful outdoor festival. The weather's looking great. And although it'll be really sunny, we've got a bunch of shade canopies and we'll have water refill stations. So it'll be a comfortable way to get outside for this last weekend of August, or second to last, I guess I should say. And really, if you're on the fence and you're not sure whether you want to come down or not, I can basically guarantee you that there will be something you will enjoy, whether that's art or music or running into a neighbor or just really seeing some of these beautiful spaces we have down on the Grand River. So there will be something for everybody. I think that would have to be my pitch.
All right, perfect. Couldn't have said it better myself. Bill, thank you so much for stopping by. I do want to remind everybody watching one last time that if you want to know a little bit more information on the Return to the River Festival, you can find all the information you need right now over on our website inside this week's Weekend Planner on woodtv.com. And if you're watching us on Facebook, we've made it even easier for you to find it. Just head on over to the description box or the comment section and click that link there. All right, Bill, one last time. Thank you so much for stopping by. It's always great to see you.
Yeah, thanks for helping to spread the word, Phil. We hope to see you down there.
Of course, absolutely. And I want to thank everybody else for tuning into this latest edition of the News 8 Live Desk. I'm Phil Penarski, and we hope you have a great rest of your day.